It's why I'm a big fan of a thing called a 16-team college football playoff. Okay. One of the cool things we get to do right now is show you what that would look like based on the college football playoffs rankings. And look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? This is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Now, when I was trying to put this together with producer Kat, and shout out graphic designer Danny DeVito for putting this like in a graphical form so that everybody can see it, I went back and forth about wanting to do something like the NFL, right? Where you have a bye for perhaps your top rated teams, your top 4 teams, and then you have like basically wild card games, but this was an easier way for you to visualize, right? 1-16, Georgia A&M. That's a good football game, right? Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, that's a good football game. Cincinnati, Ole Miss. I'd watch the hell out of that. What we got? Let me see. Ohio State and I can't see my 7 team. I think that's Michigan State. No? Number 4, number 12. I can't read it. Let me look at who I got at number 12. Ole Miss and Cincinnati is 5-12. And then I got Ohio State at 4 playing. What is that? Can't get to it. Anyway. Oklahoma. Holy crap. How did I miss that? We got there's a little bug here that makes it difficult because I probably would have picked that one out from the jump. Give me 2017 all over again, baby. Do it again. Yeah. They went 2016. They got theirs. We went 2017. We got ours. That is the RJ Young Bowl right there. Ohio State, Oklahoma. It's funny. That's the one. Number 2, Alabama versus 15, Wisconsin. Wisconsin could play ball control and defense. Who wouldn't want to see Jim Leonard up against that Alabama offense, Bill O'Brien's? Michigan State, Wake Forest. I'm here for it because Kenneth Walker III was a Demon Deacon last year. Holy smokes, man. That'd be awesome. Then we got Michigan Baylor. Defense on defense, baby. 2 running football teams with 2 tailbacks apiece that can run you over. I would love to see Abram Smith and Treston Ebner against that Michigan defense. I would love to see Blake Corum and Hassan Haskins against that Dave Aranda defense. That'd be amazing. And then Oregon BYU. We got a good old-fashioned pseudo Pac-12 grudge match, right? I would love that. And we get to see who's who. Now, the only thing that I have a problem with here is obviously you're leaving out team I was waxing poetic about just a second ago in UTSA. That is why I would tell you this is based on the college football playoffs rankings tonight. What I would love to see is the 10 conference champions get automatic bids to the playoff. And then you have your 6 at-large berths. So your Notre Dame, who is in an entanglement, in an open marriage with the ACC, would still have a way of getting in, okay? You could also put in your runner-up in your conference championship, right? Like a Wisconsin, if that's what you wanted to do. In 16-team playoff, every team that deserves to be in would get in. And I'm a big fan of fairness because I don't want to see a bunch of group of 5 teams having to hound each other from different conferences about who should get that spot. I don't think that's fair. I want to take this out of the hands of the suits. I want to take this out of the hands of the voters. I want to put this back into the hands of the kids that are playing 4 years of football. That's it. That's all I got. I want their efforts to matter more than what you or I think. And that makes me an enemy of a lot of folks because I'm the dude who will say up and down, your opinion doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't affect the scoreboard. Those kids who we asked to play this game for our entertainment, that's what affects the scoreboard. Why do you have anything to say at all? Quite honestly, aside from, man, what a good football team or a bad football team, but certainly not who's better. The kids decided that for us. And that's how they do it in literally every single other sport. I'm a big fan of the OU women's softball team, okay? They'll play 60-plus games in a season. They still got to win the Big 12 championship. They still got to play an NCAA regional. They still got to play a super regional. They still got to play in the Women's College World Series. They have to earn it every step of the way, even as many of us believe every year they're going to be there. In the FCS, they have a 24-team playoff, and they're able to make that work with the kids' schedule. This is the other part about this conversation that I really get annoyed by. This idea that somehow playing 4 more games of football is going to hurt these student athletes, as people call them, I call them players. If you can get it done in the FCS, where they play a 2014 playoff, and if you can get it done where Coach Traylor was in the Texas high school state playoffs, you can get it done in the FBS. College ain't that much different, okay? I went to college. It's fine. I could do it. I could do it, and I could do 2 other jobs. Bussing tables, moving furniture, being a cheerleader, turning wrenches as a mechanic. Somehow, I was able to get my degree and run track as a walk-on, okay? I'm willing to bet that they will build in apparatuses that would allow for these dudes to play 4 more games of football a year and complete their studies. I'm willing to bet a bye week or 2 here and there, a bit of an earlier start to the season, you're getting rid of these trash football games with Alabama, New Mexico State, Oklahoma, Western Carolina, would do wonders for a 16-team playoff. It's amazing to me because I'm not really asking for much. We play a 14-team playoff in the NFL now. You know? What are we doing here? I don't like using the March Madness trope because you get to play more games over there. I also don't think we need 64 teams because we have conference championships. I also believe playing football is more taxing than playing basketball. But it's not so taxing that we can't have something like this where there's more inventory for you economists. There's a fairer way to decide a national champion, and we don't have to have any NCAA selections anymore. You don't have to worry about me talking about the Sagarin ratings or the Kali Matrix. You don't have to hear me telling you UCF is also 2017 national champion. We have one tournament to rule them all. Like my man Sauron, give me the one ring. Because the last thing that I would want as a fan of college football, but specifically as a national champion, is to have to say with a straight face, yeah, well, we aren't the only team that went undefeated. We would have beat them. No, just line them up. Let them play. What did Jeff Traylor say? This is America. Now, whether or not we can agree about whether fairness reigns supreme in this country, we can all agree that it should. And in college football, we have a chance to see that through. Come December, we need to see some moving and shaking on this expansion. Now, it might not get to 16, but it doggone can't stay at 4. Thanks for watching this video, and remember, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos on the #1 Ranked Show YouTube channel.